you do this in connection with another human, then it's going to be more meaningful, and there's another point of reference that validates the experience, and it can make it expand more. So if you're doing this work alone, it may be easier to forget to continue it. It may be easier to not believe in it. It may be easier to make excuses to not even do it. But when there's another person, it definitely makes it slightly more intimidating or intense depending on your shadow structures. But it makes it more exciting and more profound and transformative and meaningful to share these experiences with somebody. So this is obviously a tool that you can use in a relationship, if you're in a romantic relationship especially, because we often have all of these stories and things running in our heads that we want to say, and we often passive aggressively say them to people, or we will say them in a way that is hurtful, and we don't want to do that. So what we can do is create a safe space for this information to get out. And for example, this would look like asking a person, if I'm going to do it in connection, I want to do this exercise of conscious venting. Do you think you'd be available for that? If you need more information, I can tell you what that entails. And what that entails is me emptying my mind and verbally expressing words and maybe even sounds that I don't want to be held accountable for in the future. I just need someone to hold space while I let this out. I don't need fixing or reflections or advice necessarily whatsoever, unless later on I ask for that reflection. But I really just need a receiver. Would you be open to that? And if someone's open to that, then they get to practice holding space. And nothing is needed. They don't need to send compassionate eyes towards you. They don't need to have a certain body language. They can relax and just be present. And yeah, they may have their own reactions. It's not like they're numbing themselves to the whole experience. It's just about being still while the storm, the chaos is happening. So if you said, yes, I can hold space for that, you may want to set a timer of 3 minutes, maybe 5. And you press start, and you take some deep breaths, and you continue allowing the flow of the emptying of your mind, the emptying of your vessel through sounds and words. And the person should be aware not to take anything personally that is on the other side receiving, even if you say you, because it's actually important sometimes to get that out. We may have these strong victim projections and ideas that are just like driving us crazy. They're repeating nonstop inside of us, and we need to just say it so we can be on the other side of that and let it go. So these things, when you're saying them, don't just be saying it to hear how it sounds, but let it be cathartic. Let it move you. Let it make no sense, and let it transform you. So here we go. I'm gonna do a brief example of what this could look like. And of course, everyone is unique to what they're going through. It could be dark, heavy, angry, sad, light, crazy, chaotic, confused, all over the place, pleasurable, really numb. It could be anything at all. So I don't even know what's going to come out. I'm just going to start and see what happens. Oh my gosh, I just don't even. I don't even want. Don't want the responsibility. I I don't want the responsibility of having to care constantly for you because I can't even take care of myself sometimes. So just really wish that I could be left alone, and I really want to get to know myself better. I want to be with myself. I want to be in love with myself. I want to have healthy relationship dynamics with you, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't know any better. I didn't know how. Didn't know how to make you happy, and I know that I'm not supposed to make you happy, and I'm sorry. Sorry for wasting our time. Please forgive me. It's just so embarrassing. I feel like a phony, like I'm not sure, and I say one thing and then I change my mind, and I just don't want to be judged, and I'm avoiding judgment and trying to be perfect, and I just can't. I can't hold up. I have this pressure. There's so much pressure. Oh my god. I just want to make the world a better place. And so I just want to be believed in, and sometimes I feel like if my mom doesn't even believe in me, then who's gonna believe in me? But my mom does believe in me. She does. I know she does. So annoying. Having this confusion and these stupid thoughts that aren't even mine, or not even mine. I just want to let go of them. I want clarity, and I want my path, and I want my future to be bright, and I want children. I'm scared that I won't make it to that point. I won't be good enough. I need to heal it once and for all, And I know that I have the tools so I can do it. Whoa. So at the end of your venting, you'll know when you're done because you feel like you're done, and maybe you feel a release and like you've kind of come to this point where you feel a lot better, or you're emptied, or you are tired and you want to lay down, or you want to hug, and maybe you want to hug and you want to cry in that person's arms. Or also this venting, it may cause such a emotional release that you need to release more, so you may need to stand up and shake your body. You may need to sounds, but there's going to be a full video on that separately. And this video, I just wanted to talk about conscious venting, because there is a difference. And if you have been told that you complain a lot, or you think that maybe you complain a lot, then it's okay. Sometimes these complaints can be beautiful and poetic if we just let them be, let them out. We can find a creative way to let them express in a way that is received, like through having a safe space, but also like giving it a voice that isn't disempowering, like sure, whatever, say it, but I trust that you have something valid and worthy to say, and I would love to hear it. and let that inner child speak, let that ego speak, let that darker shadow self speak. And through there, you may find your higher self. The truth that is wanting to come out is often right underneath the shadow of doubt that is clouding, the ego that's protecting, the inner child that's overbearing and taking up the space. Once we give that space to be seen, it can relax and let go, and the true self can emerge.